A very warm welcome back to the Ice Cube for the Beijing 2022 Paralympic Games. It's the wheelchair curling event and it's semi-final day. After a grueling 11-team round robin, just 4 teams remain. It's 4 teams for 3 medals only, and we're in for such a treat here. We have the reigning hosts and Paralympic champions China up against the 3-time Paralympic champions Canada. This is a repeat of the thrilling semi-final from 4 years ago. It was China who came through on that occasion with a fantastic final shot victory. Canada exacted some revenge in the first round robin match at this 2022 Paralympics, winning by a scoreline of 7 shots to 3. But this is where it really matters, with a shot at the gold medal on the line. China came through the round robin on a record of 8 wins and 2 losses, while Canada on 7 wins and 3 losses. China winning the round robin and Canada coming in 4th. China are coming in off the back of 8 consecutive wins. They lost their first 2 matches, including a loss to Canada in the opening day. So the tension is palpable here in the National Aquatic Centre. All the players about to be announced. And I'm sure they'll just be desperate to get on the ice and get this started. It's going to be 8 ends, as it has been all throughout the round robin. Same again here in the semi-finals. And an excellent crowd in here to support this Chinese team. The home heroes led out by Yanzhuo. Second player, Zhang Mingliang. The third player, Chen Yanxin. And of course, the 4th player and skip, Wang Haitao. Team Canada. And then the Canadians led out with 4th player, John Thurston. The 2nd player, Dennis Thiessen. Then the 3rd player, Ina Forrest. And then we have the lead and skip, Mark Idison. Lots of experience in both teams. The Chinese team, it was Wang Haitao and Chen Yanxin, both there 4 years ago, winning that gold medal. And this is how the semi-finals look. The other semi-final, Slovakia against Sweden. The winner's going to the gold medal game. The loser's going to the bronze medal game. China lost their first 2 games against Canada and Sweden, both present in the semi-final, but look at that form ever since. They will be coming in on a real high, confidence through the roof. And Canada, after a bit of a blip in the middle of the round robin with 3 consecutive losses, starting to turn things around, won their last 3 round robin games to secure their place in this semi-finals. And as always, tremendous playing conditions here in the National Aquatic Centre. So by virtue of their placing in the round robin, China winning it and Canada placing 4th. China get the last stone here in the first end.
13 and a half here, eh? Start?
Yeah, 13. 13 and a quarter.
So here we go, Mark Idison, the Canadian lead, getting us underway in this Paralympic Games wheelchair curling semi-final between Canada and China. Mark Idison, of course, was there 4 years ago. He'll remember the hurt from that semi-final. He was the skip and 4th player on that occasion. He's moved down to the lead position since the retirement of then lead player Marie Wright. And we'll see John Thurston shortly. He's throwing the last stones now. This is Yen Zhuo playing in her first Paralympic Winter Games, looking to emulate that famous gold medal from 4 years ago. So Yen Zhuo making the takeout, just picks a piece of it, but does enough to get it out of the playing area. Expect to see the takeouts coming down thick and fast from China. That's the way they like to play.
Same thing.
It's a real clash of styles here. The Canadians, more offensive team. They'll try and mix things up and force China to play some difficult shots. Mark Hydison coming through the round robin, top of the stats in the lead position. He will set them up pretty much perfectly every single time. And that's a terrific draw down onto the side of the button. So here's Yen Zhuo. Not the biggest in stature, but she really packs a punch with these takeouts, using her full upper body to create the momentum required.
Whoa.
Well, that's much more accurate this time. Hits it absolutely square on the beat.
9。你看这会儿又有线了，没掐死。
Here we have Dennis Thiessen, the left-hander.
Bring him over, Dennis.
Paralympic gold medalist from 2014 Sochi. This Canadian team are the reigning bronze medalists, of course, from 4 years ago, having lost the semi-final to China.
Beautiful. 9.
That was the first time that Canada hadn't won the wheelchair curling event at the Paralympic Games. Canada as a whole not quite as dominant in the world of curling as they have been in decades past. So here's Zhang Mingliang. And you're going to hear them roaring every single stone down the ice. I'm not sure how much difference it makes to the running path of the stone, but it was fun to watch. Mingliang there got involved in wheelchair curling in 2014 in Harbin.
Yeah.
Wang Haitao also hailing from the northeast in Harbin.
Great at it.
So Dennis Thiessen enjoys fishing and spending time at the lake. Got a son called Michael and a daughter called Katrina.
Good job.
His daughter Katrina, a very good curler as well, playing in the Manitoba provincial tournaments in Canada. So Mingliang, previously a shooter before switching to wheelchair curling. And that's right on target as well. He said wheelchair curling inspired my potential and gave me a new understanding of myself, and it shaped my will to fight hard.
Straighter spot here. I think this ice is good. Great at it.
Well, this woman needs no introduction. Ina Forrest, the most experienced player in the history of wheelchair curling and the most successful. Two-time Paralympic champion from 2010 and 2014, bronze medalist 2018, three-time world champion.
Got it.
She started all the way back in 2004 at the Vernon Curling Club in British Columbia.
8.5.
Yep.
打离误就行。
发现。
So this is Chen Yanxin, the 29-year-old, playing in his hometown, Beijing.
行。7秒6。7秒4。7秒4。
Like so many
有劲儿，鑫哥。有点奔放。
of these para-athletes, he originally tried wheelchair fencing this time before switching to wheelchair curling after being scouted by the coach, Yue Qing Xuan.
Yeah, 13.
We'll see her shortly.
13.4.
Yeah. Nice path here.
Should be a good path.
Yeah.
Ina Forest's sporting heroes are Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt and Canadian curler and fellow left-hander Mark Kennedy.
Just fall. Nice throw.
2002 Olympic champion back in Vancouver. For the games, Ina likes to listen to rock music before she competes to get her mentally ready for the competition upcoming. Ina Forest as well was one of the 2 flag bearers for Canada at the opening ceremony here in Beijing alongside ice hockey player Greg Westlake. Bit of a wobbly one here from Chen Yanxin. I don't seem too concerned about the line here though. Well, there's her first mistake. It's come from China here in the first end. It wasn't a smooth throw at all. We heard it wobble down the ice. And that affected the line. So out of nowhere, maybe Canada with a chance to try and force here in the first end.
Yes.
It did feel fast in pregame.
Canada will be looking to try and force China to score one here so they can get the last stone advantage in the second end. The way this end has been heading, it's going to look like it's going to be a blanked end, but that's changed now. This is John Thurston playing in his first Paralympic Winter Games. He's played in 3 World Championships before, with his best result coming at the 2020 World Championship in Wetzikon in Switzerland.
Okay.
Enjoys water skiing, mountain biking, and playing the guitar. Well, well, well. Back-to-back mistakes here. Maybe some tension here earlier in this semi-final, and you can entirely understand why. We wouldn't expect to see 2 takeouts missed in a row. Not from this Chinese team anyway. That really is their strength. Well, this is Wang Haitao, the Chinese legend who won the Paralympic gold medal 4 years ago, the first ever Chinese Paralympic medal at the Winter Games. That's never going to be the case. He won the first one. There's obviously been a major haul during this Winter Paralympic Games from China at home, but
quite a bit faster.
Wang Haitao and Chen Yanxin on that team who won the very first one 4 years ago, and how they must have inspired all Chinese winter sports. So John Thurston, after that previous miss, he'll have more important shots to play in this game. He'll be looking to make a little bit of an adjustment from that first mistake there.
Nice adjustment.
Very nicely done. Right out onto the button, the 1 foot circle, the agitos in the center of the house there. So this is the final stone here of the first end. And it's Wang Haitao playing the takeout. Trying to hit and roll out here. Has he done enough? Well, sticks around. It's a score of 1 in the first end here. And it's come for China. A very clean first end. Not many stones in play. And China put the first score of the board on the game. One 0 to China here. Semi-final action here at the Ice Cube. Throughout the round robin, the Chinese team have shown themselves to be willing to play tight games, keep it relatively clean and low scoring. That's their strength. The Canadians in their post-game interviews have talked about sticking to their game plan, sticking to their processes. And you would think that their game plan here will be to try and mix things up against this Chinese side and get lots of stones in play. The Canadians will have a bit of a tactical advantage, you would think. But this Chinese team, extremely technically accurate. Going into the center of the sheet, tight to the house. So a guard goes up. I think China might have wanted that one into the house.
Yeah. It should be fairly quick down this path. Yeah. 13 1/4.
Yeah. There you go. Even 13 1/2 to the rock.
Well, throughout this match, you'll hear lots of numbers being thrown around. More often than not, they're a split time.
Yeah, I would say
there's 13 1/4 they were talking about there, so that's the time that the stone takes to travel between the red hog lines, which you'll see as the stone runs down the ice. There's one just after the stone is let go, just there. They'll use their stopwatches, which you might see that some of the players holding in their hands, and they'll click it to start it at the first red line, and then they'll stop it at this one, and that'll give them an idea of the speed of the ice, which they'll monitor as the match goes on. Super draw here from Yanzhuo. That's Yue Xingxuan, the 2010 bronze medalist in Vancouver in the Olympic Games, playing the second position for Wang Bingyu.
13秒43我查的。
12 1/2 on this.
Okay.
And Yue Xingxuan has been talking about the importance of getting her team physically prepared, lots of focus on their rehabilitation, getting them physically mobile so that they can then perform under pressure. That combined with lots of mental training, and it will all be put to the test here in this semi-final match against Canada. There's no doubt about it. Well, slight mistake here from Idison. He would have liked to just freeze in that red stone, but bounces off. That's Mick Lismore, the Canadian. Very good curler in his own right, playing third stones for the reigning Canadian champion, Brendan Botcher, about 10 years ago. Takes more of a back seat these days and a coaching role. He has been coaching this wheelchair curling team in the last couple of years, the Canadians, including at the World Championships in Wetzikon, and the most recent one here in Beijing at the Ice Cube.
Play the intern out.
China playing a nice end here.
Should run pretty good here and finish at the end.
China lying shot stone in there at the back of that red 4-foot circle. Canada looking to clear those guards, clear a way in.
Right at it.
So Dennis Thiessen, the oldest player in this Canadian team, at 60 years old.
Ah, nice try.
Well, tries to open things up, but only peels one of the guards and leaves a guard intact, fully protecting that stone in the house.
Yeah, just need to throw more. It was a really good throw, though.
Yeah.
Have
to rock.
And if you're watching curling for the first time here, quick explanation of the aim of the game. Basically, both teams have 8 stones in each end, 16 stones in total. There's 4 players in each team throwing 2 stones each in order. And once all 16 stones have been played in the end, they will decide who's closest to the middle of the house, the rings there that you can see, and how many are closer than your opposition stones. There's 1 point per stone. As we saw in the first end, China scoring 1 point for their 1 stone in the house. It's not like archery, where you get points depending on what circle you finish in. And then we'll do it back and forth, up and down the ice cube, 8 times
I think it should
to
run the same
determine
as the other
a
side
final
here,
score
fairly
and
straight.
who goes to that gold medal game.
I think so, too. All right, Dennis, knock the broom home.
Right at it.
So here's Canada. Dennis Thiessen with the yellow stones.
Good throw.
Using that handle in his right hand just for some extra support. Opens things up this time and gets the one in the house too. Super shot there by Dennis Thiessen. Canada will be more than happy with that result. Even though they did lose their stone in the house, opens the center of play right up. Following it intently and more than happy with that final result. Chen Yanxin trying to make the draw now to lie to. One of the real differences between wheelchair curling and the Olympic format is the lack of sweeping. That just makes it a little bit more difficult to make the shots. The sweepers can generally kind of help manipulate the stone into position. Wheelchair curling or wheelchair curlers don't get that benefit, and as a result, the standard of shot making can be a little lower. We're seeing about a 10% difference in the stats to what we would have seen in the Olympics, but they're still incredibly accurate. So we're on third stones here, and Aina Forrest trying to make the takeout on that stone just played by Chen Yanxin. Excellently placed by the Chinese third.
Here, Ryan. That's good.
Well, just over curls a fraction, but misses on the pro side and takes the guard off, so they'll be able to see it next time. That forces China to try and replace it.
给他搂外点啊！
防线。
下轮没问题啊。
力量也来了，哥，嘎嘎的。没问题。防线防线，稳当。
哦，好球！上面练。
行。
行。
掺上了。咱这慢不悠悠的啊。
这13秒8。
Yeah, looks good from here. Make the double and you sit on top. That's good.
I like the same ice with 9.
So that guard just drifted a little bit too far into the house, and a chance here for Ina Forrest to send down a rocket and try and remove some of these red stones.
A little more positive on that one.
Mark Hidison doesn't sound happy with it. Needs to curl now. Oh, pretty good. Gets one of them away at least. The center play wide open. But Canada, I think, would have liked to stick around there. Didn't quite have the speed to be able to remove both of those red stones, given they were so close together. Oh, China getting the better of the opening exchanges here in this semi-final. Already lying 2 here in the second end, and Wang Haitao to play. He'll try and throw another one in here.
力量，力量2！来了来了，好球好球！
Nice draw from the Chinese skip. They've got that white 8-foot circle surrounded at the moment.
8.5.
8.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to stick around here, but
Okay.
half a rock. 3/4.
Well, I think that John Thurston coming into this
He can be positive with
lineup and throwing last stones says everything about this man's shot ability when you consider the experience and success of the other 3 members of this team. They really have so much confidence in John Thurston. And that really came to the fore in their final round robin match
nice try.
against Norway, when they were trailing by 2 shots coming down that last end. And this Canadian side played pretty much a perfect final end, rounded off by a tremendous takeout by John Thurston to secure 3 points and their place in the semi-final. Must come with some pressure though, being the Canadian 4th thrower. But at the same time, what a great team around him, reassuring him, giving him the confidence to make those shots. It's been a bit of a slow start here though. So that miss in the first end, and then again here in the second. Hanging and rolling out of the rings. And Canada not able to apply any pressure here in the second end on China. They didn't quite get the setup right, and they've been chasing this end ever since.
行，这儿行吗？行。这儿行啊。行。好，就来这儿吧。
对，往里进的。
行，没问题。行。
稍微有点像。
这儿稍小一点儿。
嗯。
站着就行。我停吧。这儿太小。哦。
Well, that kind of ends up in no man's land. Not really in play. It doesn't travel down far enough to be a nuisance to Canada. So that'll make things a little bit easier for this final shot here for John Thurston. Drawing against 2 Chinese red counters in the house. Just needs to touch that red 4-foot circle to put a point on the board and tie the game up.
13 1/4.
Be positive on this?
Yeah. Yeah, just nice normal out turn.
John Thurston sends this one on its way with the anti-clockwise rotation. It's got a little bit of a buffer there with that stone at the back of the house to draw against. Certainly got enough speed. How's the line? Oh, really nicely done here by the Canadian 4th player. Lovely draw, using that backing. And a pat on the back, well deserved. Nice draw there from John Thurston. Never looked anywhere else, really. And there's that reassurance from the legend, Aina Forrest. After 2 ends here, we've got a tied game. It's going to be fun, this one.
看好了。
没事没事，
来，
不急。哦，师傅看就行。
Well, great statistics in the first couple of ends. Canada sneaking it in the stats, but not on the scoreboard yet. And overall, I would say that China have maybe had more control of the game, especially in that second end. Canada not quite getting set up correctly, and spent a lot of the end trying to chase it and open it up. Lots of rotation on this stone from Mark Idison. Going to go right down into the house. And right down to the top of the button. Lovely draw. There's no way that China are going to leave that one there. So Yan Zhuo, one of the best technicians in the competition, really uses everything that she has, gets right back in her chair, uses her upper body to get it moving, and then the extension of the arm. And hits, and sticks around.
Sorry.
I think the assumption was that I was going to roll out, and actually just stayed in. Looks like it's just touching the edge of the house there.
Looks like a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. 380 is on like smooth 9?
Yeah, smooth 9. Yeah.
Okay.
So a 9-second takeout here for Mark Idison. Of course, the harder that you throw the stone, the more speed that it carries down the ice, then the less it curls. So for takeouts, you'll see them only taking a small amount of ice, maybe about 20 to 30 centimeters. And that's just to account for the curl.
Draw, Mark. Shot.
That's an excellent takeout from Mark Idison. Sticks around at the back of the house. Wow, look at the speed of this one. It's absolutely flying down the ice here. Yan Zhuo really getting everything behind that one. And supremely accurate as well.
7秒9。
I think 9. What was mine?
It was 9 too.
Yeah, 9, Dennis.
Okay, Dennis, knock the broom over.
Good to just fall.
So these teams just really trading takeouts here in this third end. We expect to see a few ends like this.
9.
This is generally the way China like to play the game. They like to keep it nice and clean and wait for mistakes. Also a product, though, of the pressure of being in a Paralympic game semi-final. This is what they all trained for over the last 4 years and more. The chance to be in this situation, and they don't want to give it away lightly. So much of curling about risk and reward, and neither team particularly willing to take any risks so far. In the second end, the Canadians showing that maybe when they have the last stone in the end, they're willing to be a bit more bold and just in how they set up the end, but they didn't quite get the setup right, so that never really transpired into anything useful in terms of multiple points on the scoreboard.
Good to just fall.
Wait, looks good, Dennis. Wait. Good shot.
Nice weight. 13.25.
Where's my button shot?
行，小点人来了，
力量有。
没问题，没问题，没问题。
哎，好球，8秒。
Lowering it down the ice, right down onto the nose.
8秒1。优秀，来，加油，加油。
Pretty comfortable out there, Zhang Mingliang.
Right on the nose.
Of course,
Should run nice
he wasn't
here.
there 4 years ago, so still chasing his first Paralympic gold medal. He got involved in wheelchair curling back in 2014 in Harbin, transferring over from shooting.
Nice line.
Good to good. Good throw line. Oh,
I had you good to ball.
good throw.
Really good throw. Yeah, really good throw. 8-7.
Well, both teams just demonstrating how accurate they are with these takeouts. There was a miss in the first end that came here from Chen Yanxin. Looked like a smoother delivery, that one, but well, it does seem in this Chinese team that if there's going to be misses, it's going to come from Yanxin. Does enough just to get that one out of the rings, though. Only hits about maybe about 2 centimeters of that yellow stone, but just enough to squeak it out the side door.
It's the same path as mine.
Okay.
Ina Forrest, one of the most decorated athletes in Canadian sport. two-time Paralympic champion and inducted into the Canadian Curling Hall of Fame in 2016.
It's a whole lot less than what I'm thinking.
Almost seems automatic for Ina Forrest that she goes to Paralympic Games and comes back with a medal. She has on every occasion so far. Bronze at the last time of asking. What will it be this time here in Beijing? Chen Yanxin admitted to some early round nerves playing here in the National Aquatic Centre in his hometown of Beijing.
I don't like the jam though for
but
high.
said he absolutely feels,
that's all right.
gets a warm feeling when he hears those cheers, that support from the home crowd.
Well, wait.
9.
9.
The National Aquatic Centre was the host of the World Wheelchair Curling Championship just 4 months ago, played in October. And it was China who secured the gold medal on that occasion, defeating Sweden in the final. Canada
Good to good.
finished a disappointing 5th on that occasion. Oh dear.
Just wait. I missed it.
Just a little bit short of speed there, I think, from John Thurston. Looking a little bit nervy here in this semi-final. Now China, we said that their tactics generally are, their strategy is to play in the house, not take too much risk and just wait for a mistake. And it's come here. So we've got Wang Haitao going to draw one out to the other side of the house, going to split the house. Try and create some good distance between the two red stones. This one of the oldest tricks in the book when you've got the last stone advantage. So rather than throwing a guard, they've decided to throw another one into the house. And that's excellent from Wang Haitao. China line 2 here in the third end. And on track for the first multiple score of this game.
We've seen this already.
Yeah.
Right at it.
So Ina Forrest with the rock clock at the back there, going to time this takeout here from John Thurston.
Good to end.
Oh no.
Well, he doesn't like it. Has he made contact at all?
Gotta get it.
Oh, John. Oh, John. Well, the Canadians have got a job to do here. The experienced Canadians need to rally around John Thurston. It's not been a pretty start from the Canadian fourth player. Not even close, really. So from nothing, China gifted a multiple score here in this third end. 2 complete misses from that man there. Very out of character for the Canadian fourth player. So Wang Haitao looking to capitalize on this opportunity. Already lying 2, already scoring 2, and looking to put a third one in there. Looks pretty good here. Looks pretty good. Just needs to hit the paint. Put 3 on the board for China. Canada giving themselves a long road back here, but we've still got 5 ends to go. And after 3 ends, it's People's Republic of China 4, Canada 1. Well, quite a drop-off in the stats there from Canada after those 2 misses to conclude the 3rd end and gift a score of 3 to China. They didn't have to do anything fancy. And already Canada on the back foot. So much of this sport about risk and reward, and that balance is about to shift here. Canada are going to have to take a bit more chance.
行，来了，没问题。我，来了，哥，好球！13.1，好球！
So a nice draw there from Yanjibo.
Smooth 9.
Smooth 9.
Well, that sounds like Canada are going to throw a takeout, which is a little bit surprising to me, but they also feel that this stone is enough of a threat that it needs moved at this moment. Too close to the button, that one. Canada are going to have to throw some guards, though, if they want to get back into this game.
Okay.
Still a long way to go here. 8 ends in the semi-final. And if we can't separate the 2 teams after 8 ends, then we'll go to an extra end.
行，来了，哥，没问题，来了，好球，
More excellent takeout player from China. Yanjibo hitting that one square in the face.
Yeah, I threw one down here earlier.
So now that yellow stone, that red stone even, a little bit further away from the button. Mark Idison feeling a little bit happier to throw the corner guard. The free guard zone still in play here. It's a 5 stone free guard zone. So even with this guard going up, as long as it finishes short of the house, China won't be able to remove it from play. So China can't take out that guard just thrown by Mark Idison. China with their 3-shot lead don't really want to put any guards in play. That's just going to help Canada. This one needs to go to get into the house. Well, just about protects that red stone, but that's a guard that could be used by Canada. Certainly not panic stations by any stretch of the imagination for Mark Idison and his Canadian team. Long way to go here, but they would love to put a couple of points back on the board before the halftime break.
Knock the blue move.
Well, this is a mistake here from Mark Ireson. He does play the takeout, but Canada needing to keep stones in play here. They can't afford to be hitting and rolling out. And now, as a result, China can just remove this yellow stone. They know that these guards are a threat. So not just settling for making the takeout on this yellow stone, they're going to try and roll the thrown stone out of play as well. Just giving Canada nothing to work with. And a huge miss here from China. They really had the chance there to nullify this fourth end with that takeout there, and a complete miss there from Zhang Milang. Maybe that's the break here that Canada need. So here's Dennis Thiessen needing to draw on all of that experience. 2014 Paralympic champion. Needs to rear up now, needs to stop in the rings. Ooh, uses all of it, but gets it in a scoring position. Everyone can breathe out in the Canadian camp again.
What was that on? 12-9.
So Chen Yan-Xin going after that stone in the house. Oh, it does enough to just chip it out. Chen Yan-Xin seems to be one of those guys that the harder the shot, the more he rises to the occasion. We've seen a couple of wayward ones on easy open takeouts, but look at that, bends it around the guard like Beckham. So Canada still with a good opportunity here in this fourth end. Going to try and make an even better one around this guard. Dennis Thiessen's a little bit too far into the house, not quite hidden enough.
Rolling early.
They'll be able to learn from that one.
It's all right. It's a good spot, eh?
Bit of an overcorrection. Good weight from Ina Forrest.
Weight was really good.
这边选能选4吗？我都好几个这边了，这个。行。13秒，13秒5。行。
So now what are China going to do here? They could play a takeout on the guards again, but there's 2 of them now. So maybe they're going to try something a little bit more aggressive. Going for the draw. Trying to get one in there around that red guard, somewhere near the button. Well, a little bit further than they would have liked, but nice shot here by Chen Yan-Xin. A very good line, perfect in behind the guard.
But
just travels past the tee line, and that makes things significantly easier for Canada. That they don't have to move that red stone to line shot position. They can instead rest against it if they so need. So another draw here for Ina Forrest, looking for a similar weight to her first attempt. Coming round on the other handle this time. So it's going to start to turn from right to left with that clockwise rotation on the stone. Looks like an excellent line. How's the weight? Needs to be shot position here. Just comes up a few centimeters short of shot.
I had 12.
China might remove it anyway. So that noise you hear is Wang Haitao just doing a bit of a handbrake turn into position to throw his stone here in this fourth end. You hear that every time he makes his way down the ice. He's in position now, ready to fire here in this fourth end. Using the full width of that delivery area to get the best angle. Well, they like it, they love it. Hits and rolls behind the corner guard. China looking very good, very strong here in the first half.
And 13 and a half on Ines.
Okay.
13.
I had 13.05 on Ines.
Yeah. Okay.
Just incredible the way that
on the back
Wang Haitao throws at those takeouts.
Okay.
He's so accurate, he sticks around.
12.75, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
The Olympics, you see
slick is like this side.
the players throwing kind of more soft takeouts so they can be so accurate and stick around and make those hit and rolls.
You can be in front of it though.
Even without sweepers, Haitao seems to be able to match that level of accuracy. Well, he's been having a bit of a stinker so far, John Thurston. He'll be happy not to be throwing a takeout here, that's for sure. Only 17% for his takeouts. This one's a draw though, and he's got some wiggle room with that red stone at the back of the house. And this is a lovely shot here. Comes down and pretty much makes the freeze on that back red. Canada lying shot.
Yeah.
One thing's for sure, the Canadians will want China to play some more technical shots. Those open takeouts that they're so good at, they're not going to miss too many of them. They want to force Wang Haitao to play some draws, play some kind of in-between weights, some soft takeouts. That's where they're going to get the mistakes. And this is going to be an early test here for the Chinese skip.
OK， 力量 OK， 力量 OK。
So an important shot here in the context of this entire semi-final. If they can make this draw, then Canada will be forced to win, but this hasn't got the legs on it. Comes up at the front of the house. John Thurston just needs to replicate that first draw here, and there'll be a score of 2 here in the fourth end.
Nicer pass. 13 and a
You're
quarter.
thinking 13 and a quarter here.
You think it is?
Yeah,
That's
I
what
like
think.
it.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Oh, this could be a significant boost here for Canada. They gave away a score of 3 out of nothing in the third end. Chance to bounce back here with a score of 2 of their own. So final stone of the first half here. John Thurston needing to pretty much find that red 4-foot circle to put a second point on the board.
15-2.
Needs to get past the guards. That's the first thing. Excellent draw here from John Thurston. Really bouncing back well after those 2 misses in the third end. That's going to give him a real lift going into this halftime break. And we have quite a game on our hands here in this semi-final. We knew it would be. It was 4 years ago, and it is again here. And at the halftime break, it's China 4, Canada 3. Very good shooting here from the People's Republic of China. Very consistent throughout the whole team. 3 out of their 4 players playing above their tournament average. And they've got a 1-shot lead at the halftime break. Well, great front end play by Idison and Thiessen. But Ina Forrest and John Thurston not up to much so far. Expect to see that experience of Ina Forrest come through in the second half. John Thurston bouncing back with a couple of excellent draws there in the fourth end to put 2 on the board.
All right. Go. Throwing it well.
I'm really through that side.
No stolen points yet so far in this game. Not seen that many guards or stones in play so far. It's been a good demonstration by both teams of the importance of the last stone. Always scoring when they have that last stone advantage.
No. Great draws. We'll find it.
And bar those couple of open misses in the third end. And that score of 3. It would be a closer game.
Gloves on here, Dennis.
So the 5-minute break between the 4th and 5th end just coming to a close, and we'll get back underway very, very soon here in the National Aquatic Centre, the host of the pool-based events, purpose-built for the 2008 Summer Olympic Games here in Beijing. First city ever to host both the Summer and Winter Olympics and Paralympics. So both teams doing okay for time. China not taking up much time at all. They'd start with 38 minutes of thinking time to play their full complement of stones across the 8 ends. So both teams have more than half of their time left for the remaining 4 ends. Mark Ireson gets us underway here in the 5th end. Canada bouncing back with that score of 2 in the 5th end to narrow the gap to 1. They would have been disappointed to fall 3 behind after the 3rd end. That 4-1 scoreline, maybe not a fair reflection of the first 3 ends, but now it's 4-3. Canadians really needing to settle down John Thurston to get a few more shots out of him in the second half. And Zhuo, the top stat here in the first half, 94%. And she's made a nice draw around here as well. Really good shot, good stuff from the Chinese lead.
Can you see part of it? We can come around that, eh? Yeah. I don't think it's worth chasing. We'll just come around. I think, yeah, a little less than that, eh? Yeah. Probably 13.25 here, eh?
So here's Mark Ireson trying to follow that red stone down, try and make a freeze. And life-changing injuries after a helicopter crash.
Just wait, Mark. Drop, Mark.
The aircraft crashed into a frozen farm field from a height of over 700 meters and he broke 29 bones. Took up wheelchair curling 2010 and became the Paralympic champion just 4 years later in Sochi, 2014. Zhuo hits and sticks around. Canada just not getting that stone placement quite right so far. And China are picking them off. Good separation between those 2 red stones as well.
Already, right? Yeah.
Canada not quite ready to take a lot of risk here. You can see probably quite a lot of teams try and make the freeze. This is conservative stuff from Canada. He's made an excellent start to the game, Dennis Thiessen, playing 91% through the first half. And he's made the hit and stick here. Well, perhaps in the Olympic format of curling with sweepers to give you a little bit more tolerance on the shot, you might see a freeze in this instance. But China electing to throw the takeout. It's one of the subtle differences between Olympic curling and wheelchair curling. Makes a hit and stick around though, Zhang Mingliang. Terrific atmosphere here for this semi-final in the National Aquatic Centre. The Ice Cube.
Another good throw, Dennis.
So this second shot stone edging forward in the house and closer to the button. China will want to try and play the takeout but roll away from the other red stone, but still stay in the house. Zhang Mingliang. Well, a bit like that. That's perfection from Mingliang. No sweepers or anything. Called off the sweeping all the way down the ice there. And sticks around to lie two. Canada still content just to play the takeout on the wings here.
9?
At some point, they could try and play a draw around their yellow guard here. And that would really cause a headache for the Chinese. Lena Forrest a little bit below her tournament average. Easing over to the left-hand side of that playing area between the two red lines. About 45 centimeters apart.
Good throw line.
Yeah. Makes the hit and stick around. Well, if there's been any mistakes from this Chinese team, it's been from Chen Yanxin. Don't expect to see him the stat drop any worse than 66%. He's such a good shot maker, this third player.
Same weight.
So again, playing from just to the left of the center line there. The stone needs to start between the two outer red lines. That's the delivery area there. Needs to be released before the hog line, the thick red line, just about a meter in front of the stone here.
Nice throw.
So both teams really waiting for a mistake here, or more so Canada in this instance. China quite content to play these takeouts. They've got the last stone. And even if Canada did hit and roll out of the house, China would probably still put it back over there, and they're in good shape to score two. Chen Yanxin not quite getting the smoothest of deliveries on these stones. We can hear it tearing the ice just as it gets on its way. Still getting the shots played though. Super stuff from Chen.
I can be positive here?
Yeah.
Well, John Thurston had a patchy first half, to say the least. Signs of life from him in the fourth end. Two fabulous draws to put a couple of points on the board from Canada. And makes the takeout and rolls right behind the cover. So where will China go with this one? They won't be able to play a takeout and probably won't want to play a takeout either. Just hit that maybe a centimetre to the left of his desired target. That's the kind of margins we're talking about here. A little bit surprising to see China going around the centre guard here. They could draw out to the wing once more, and based on what we've seen so far from Canada, they would play the takeout and it would be an easy score of 2 for China. A little bit of additional risk here, but maybe a bit of extra reward as well. If they can get a good one in here, maybe they can score 3 here.
行，我大一点啊。
可以啊。
力量。
力量 OK。
2个来了。
行。
我。
不用我。
One going for the draw here. They'll want to keep this one north of the tee line.
3秒5。
Just maybe a little bit too much running. Great draw there, but does go past the tee line. As a result, you can see the brush tapping there of Ina Forrest asking, sorry, Mark Idison's brush. John Thurston going to try and play the draw here and freeze one right on top of that red stone. This was always the risk here for China. This shot still needs to be made, though, by the Canadian fourth player. It's Canada's final stone here of the fifth end. Still one to come for China.
You got it, 13.
John Thurston seems happy with the line on this one. Just looking to rest it against that Chinese red stone. Certainly got enough pace. Has it got enough curl, though? Too much speed there. Too much speed there from the Canadian fourth player. And this is going to be a wide open takeout here for China to score 3. Just after Canada got back into the match with that score of 2 in the fourth end. They may be finding themselves 4 shots behind after the fifth. Wang Haitao with the aiming point. The delivery stick of Chen Yanxin right next to the stone. So he's going to throw this one hard, not expecting much curl at all. Wang Haitao really gave that one some welly. Trying to hit it right on the nose. What a shot from Wang Haitao. As if it was going to be anywhere else. And a roar goes up from the crowd. It's a score of 3 for China here. And we've only got 3 ends to go here. And China with a commanding lead, leading the powerhouse nation Canada, the 3-time Paralympic champions, by 4 shots. What an end there from China, really well worked. And after 5 ends here, it's China 7, Canada 3.
So, 我也相信这。
我一看稍大点劲儿，
不着急，看好了，
来了，
嘎嘎，
哥有把握。
我嘎嘎，
这样，
好，来，走。
Yeah. It's okay. We got 3 ends left.
Yeah.
We got lots.
No, I literally thought it.
It's been a really high standard in this match. And it's just a couple of key shots here and there making the difference. The last 2 times that China have had the last stone, they've scored 3. They've applied a lot of pressure to the Canadian 4th player, and they've got mistakes. And now they just need to keep their cool. Only 3 ends to go here, and they will get into the gold medal match and a chance to defend their title. Well, Yan Shuo has been impeccable so far. This one looking a little bit tight for line though. You probably wanted that one around the front of that 4-foot circle on the center line, and that one goes right on through.
A little more, I think, Ein.
Almost a bit of an embarrassed smile there from Yan Shuo, but better to make those mistakes when you're 4 ahead and 4 behind. Pressure very much on Canada here.
Great weight, Mark. Nice spot.
So a corner guard from Mark Hydison. Pretty conventional tactics from Canada with the last stone. By corner guard, I just mean a guard kind of out to the side of the sheet. They want to keep the center of play kind of wide open. They'll take some risk and try and build up a few stones in this end, that's for sure. The Canadians can't afford just to let China run this game home. Yan Shuo, the only female player in this Chinese team. This is a mixed wheelchair curling event. There isn't a male or female event. It is the only wheelchair curling event here at the Beijing 2022 Paralympic Games.
We haven't seen this,
so every team needs to field 1 male and 1 female, and then there's 3 gender-free positions. And of course we will have an additional wheelchair curling event at the 2026 Milano Cortina Winter Paralympic Games, with mixed doubles arriving on the scene there. It's been a welcome inclusion at the Olympic Games in 2018-2022. And we'll finally see it at the Paralympics in 4 years' time. Still need to determine the medals here in 2022 though. And China, strong favourites here to go to the final. The hosts looking imperious so far in this semi-final. I think that's a free guard zone violation. It is indeed, so that Yellowstone will be replaced. We're just trying to tick that one to the side. They can't remove the stones with the first 5 stones at the ends.
Looks close,
they can't move the ones in that free guard zone out in front of the house. They can't take them out, sorry, but they can move them to the side.
Let's go this corner first.
And China have gone, if possible, they've gone even more defensive than they were in the first
never mind. Let's go this one.
5 ends.
13.25.
Yeah.
It was like 12.
13 and a quarter.
Right here.
They do have a 4-shot lead here, China, and they know that any additional stones in play will be something that can be used by the Canadians, any sort of additional opportunity.
Focus, slow one, slow one.
Well, Dennis Thiessen just rearing up again at the back of the house here. A sigh of relief from the Canadian second.
That's one figured out. You watch the line over there. Easy over.
Well, one thing's for sure. China aren't going to be throwing many draws if they were before. Just going for a soft weight takeout here, trying to make the takeout, using the full width of that delivery area to get a better angle. Just sneaks by the guard and makes the takeout. Great shot there by Zhang Mingliang. Does stick around, however. Oh, just hairs by the guard. So close. But now they stuck around, and maybe Canada can make the freeze. Just gives Canada a little bit more to work with. Mark Idison still looking pretty calm out there. Heard him say after the 5th end that, don't worry, we've still got 3 ends to go. They're not down and out yet, Canada. Well, almost a carbon copy of the first attempt by Dennis Thiessen, but it drifts on past that red stone.
It was later.
Yeah, it was later.
Still gets it hidden though. Don't be too upset that they're not shot position at the moment, of course. More important to be shot at the end of the end than halfway through it, as we are now. Well, there's no doubt that Chen Yanxin's an unbelievable shot maker, but I do wonder whether the coaching staff could smooth out that delivery to stop it wobbling, just to increase his accuracy even further.
Yeah.
So Ina Forrest, will they go around the other corner guard, or will they go for a freeze? Looks like maybe a draw around the corner guard's the call here. Ina Forrest with that trademark puff of the cheeks before she throws her anti-clockwise draw around the corner guard here. She's not been at her brilliant best, but this looks pretty good here.
Yeah.
Needs to stay in the house though. Needs to stay in the house. Cutting it fine there. So China still lying in shot position, but Canada doing a good job of starting to build up a couple of stones around the house. So it's a smoother delivery here from Chen Yanxin. A little bit of a bobble. Makes the hidden stick. So China lying two here. Again, just those stones relatively close together, and maybe Canada could throw a freeze into that pocket, and that would make it really hard to remove for China. The other option is to play the same draw again around the corner guard. And that's what they're going to go for here. Ina Forrest just looking to take about 2 meters of running off this stone. The length of the playing surface about 45 meters for the players to throw. Just a small adjustment required here for Ina Forrest. Needs to make the house. Well, that's a big let off here for China. China Forest just taking a little bit too much off that drop.
往哪边好？不知道。
漏点也没事，放
行，放点行，行，
漏点打进去。第二个，
往上后边选。
Wang Haitao doing a bit of a number on John Thurston. We've seen some great shots from the Canadian fourth player, but a couple of really uncharacteristic misses as well, and you just wonder whether the gravity of the occasion's affecting his performance. So the Chinese get a big lead forward. Trying to draw one out to the left-hand side of the sheet. To lie 3. This one looking a little bit pacey. Is it going to rear up in time? China lying 3 here. If there wasn't any more stones to play in the end, they would score 3. They're all closer than that yellow stone at the back right of the house.
I think 12 and a half.
Just those 4 stones in scoring position at the moment.
12 and a half?
What was Dennis down here?
12 and a half.
12 and a half.
12.75.
Okay.
That's more icy than what he gave me.
Yeah. And Dennis's second one was 13, so he had.
Dennis' second one was 13. Or a little wider, right?
Yeah, not much.
12.75?
Yeah. Yeah, down to it.
So just a draw here for John Thurston. That's been his strength so far in this game. They're really needing to put a couple of points on the board here in this 6th end. And this is an excellent line. There's that pocket. Well, doesn't lie in shot position. Certainly outcounts the red stone in the at 7 o'clock in the house. So that John Thurston looking at the overhead. That second shot, and China with a slight problem that they can't remove that yellow stone. I'm sure they would prefer to play a takeout, but that's not an option here. Wang Haitao going to draw one over to the left-hand side to lie 2.
要稍大一点啊！我来了，来了，加点速，来了，没问题，
So
没问
just
题。
a draw here for Wang Haitao. Important to lie 2 here for China. Well, certainly got enough pace to get there, but will it stop in time to lie 2? They're going to use their own red here. Great shot by China. Terrific shot there by Wang Haitao.
Nose.
Okay.
Doesn't have too much option, but to just play for 1 after
Just
that
for
shot by
nose
Wang
for
Haitao.
1.
Yeah.
China come up any shorter,
9.
Wait.
then maybe there would have been a
Unless
double
you like the
takeout
draw.
available to Canada, but
The draw is against 2.
Yeah.
What's the weight?
the weight?
9.
Okay.
well, given John Thurston's place so far in this game on takeouts, I'm a little bit surprised to see them calling this. They've just played the draw to the other side as well, and they've got a lot of room for error, being able to draw against any of the stones on the other side of the sheet. They're going for the takeout here. This an absolute must-make here for the Canadian fourth player, John Thurston. They cannot afford to fall any further behind. Makes the takeout and rolls out, and this is a steal of 2 for China. Surprising shot call there, and another mistake from Canada. So it's a score of 2 for the hosts, and their spot in the gold medal match looking almost confirmed.
Keep going around everything.
Canada just not at their best here and just not able to hang with this Chinese team. And after 6 ends, Canada, can you believe it, trailing by 6. China running riot here in the semi-final. 9-3. We thought this was going to be a tight game. It went all the way to the final stone 4 years ago in this same encounter in the semi-finals. That man there making an absolute peach with his last stone to go to the gold medal game. It looks very unlikely that's going to be required this time. Canada trailing by 6. With just 2 ends to go here.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Working now.
I think we need the corners a little tighter, a little edge of button. Other edge.
And there's really not been that much between the two teams. The scoreline certainly flattering China. But the difference has been the skips. Wang Haitao, 79% on his shots played against John Thurston, just 56%. And if your skip's not executing the shots, then it's very difficult to score points in this game. We did see Canada make a big comeback in their final round-robin match against Norway in the final few ends. But that was just from a few shots back. This one, 6 with just 2 ends to go. Seems highly unlikely. And the Chinese out there just starting to enjoy themselves. This is almost a bit of a victory lap here.
Okay. Same weight?
Same weight? Yep.
So Canada hoping against hope here. Just trying to make something happen. They've just not been accurate enough in the key moments. Even if they'd scored 1 in the previous end, then it would have been a long way back, but still possible. So those corner guards go up once more from Canada. I think we'll probably see China just... They could throw this one again, but throw this one away again. In the previous end, they did try to just make a little bit of a tick shot on one of the corner guards. It's a very difficult shot, though, and probably not really worth trying with a 6-shot lead. So just throwing that one away as well. And the next time China come to play, now that we've played 5 stones in the end and the free guard zone rule is no longer in operation.
13.25.
Yeah.
So the next time China come to play, they'll start to
13.25.
remove some yellow stones from play. Canadians don't seem too despondent, despite trailing by 6 and pretty much knowing by this point that they're going to lose the game. Still just plugging away, trying to make something happen here in the 7th end. And you never know. Maybe they can put a score of 4 on the board here. Dennis Thiessen just clicks the guard.
Yeah.
第二个。
哦。来点儿。
So now China will start to play in this end. They will start to remove some of those yellow stones. And they don't need to do anything fancy here. They just need to make those simple shots. Not trying to stick around and play. They're trying to roll their thrown stone out of play as well.
The weight was perfect.
Any stones in play can be Canada's friend.
Oh, good to good on that one.
Well, maybe a little bit of the life
13 1/4.
come out of Dennis Thiessen here. He's played pretty well, it must be said, for the Canadian second. He's played 90%, but misses a couple of draws here in the 7th end, and I think Canada know that this one's over. Even with the most successful Paralympic curler ever, Aina Forrest, in their team, very difficult to see how they can come back here. So Chen makes the takeout.
Probably not, eh? Not really. Let's go here. Actually, that's, sorry, I
13 1/4. Oh.
try to get one under there first.
It's a good call from Mark Addison to go around the wide one if they can.
13 1/4.
The other guard's probably in a
Still
more
like the
useful
time.
position, so
13. Probably 13. We're going to run out of rings here.
Okay.
so if Canada can make a draw around this yellow and force China to peel, then they'll start going around the other one, and maybe they can still score 2 or 3 with a mistake from China. So the left-hander sends this draw on its way, trying to come around that wide corner guard. Looks like a pretty good line. Has it got the weight to get round there?
14-3.
Well, the energy levels just seem to have dropped for the Canadians. They're still trying their hardest, but clearly deflated by the scoreline, and it's starting to be reflected in their shot making. And the Chinese just not willing to take any risk here. They could draw one into the house here, but there's really no point. So just going to be a takeout there. Very long delivery stick, typically up to about 2.5 meters in length. So everyone watching intently here as Chen Yanxin gets this one on its way. Smoother delivery, this one, from the Chinese third player. Canada have really struggled to make the draws here in the 7th end.
I still like 13 here.
Okay.
But the damage has really already been done here in the first 6, and certainly in the 3rd, 5th, and 6th ends. China have scored 5 shots unanswered here in the second half. It was a tight game at halftime. China have just blown Canada away here in the second half. China Force trying to make the draw around. Just clicks the guard again.
One of those days.
How come our great weights don't go around?
It's a game of inches, and at the moment, and certainly for the last few ends, Canada just on the wrong side of the inch.
Sliver by, right? China have been utterly dominant in the last 5 years in the world of wheelchair curling, winning that Paralympic gold 4 years ago, and since then there's been 3 world championships, with China winning 2 of them, including on home turf here in the Ice Cube 4 months ago. Looks like that great run's going to continue. Makes the hit and roll. No need to stick around either. Chinese team looking really relaxed now and enjoying themselves out there.
The wave was great.
They know this game's beyond doubt already.
Is that the same broom?
It's the same broom.
Okay.
The guard moved over like a touch.
Okay.
It's been a difficult game for the Canadian backhand, Ina Forrest and John Thurston. Neither of them quite at their best here in the semi-final. A chance here for John Thurston to go out on high. This won't be their last match of this Paralympic Games. They still need to play for the bronze medal.
12-8.
He's got a nice line here. And a nice weight too. Nice draw there by John Thurston.
12-8.
Well, the automatic call here from Wang Haitao, the draw. I wonder if he'll get down there and realize that you can see a chunk of that Yellowstone and throw a takeout. Seems content to throw the draw though. Don't see that delivery stick moving too much. Going to try and follow that stone down, played by John Thurston's first stone. Well, the big weight takeouts are the trademark of Wang Haitao. He's gone for the draw here and come up shy. So a bit of a gimme here for Canada. Looks like they're going to score 2 here after that wayward draw there from Wang Haitao. So anywhere in the paint here for John Thurston, and Canada will score 2. Final stone of the 7th end. Anywhere in the house. There's a lovely first draw from John Thurston.
13-4.
And that's nicely done, right down into the rings.
Well done by John Thurston. It's not been an easy game for the Canadian fourth player. But it's still a long road back here for Canada. China leading by 4 coming home. Just one end to come. Looking highly likely that China will play for the gold medal.
I guess so.
Well, Canada putting 2 on the board there in the 7th end to make the scoreline a bit more respectable. It's going to be a huge ask for them to steal 4, though, in this 8th end. That doesn't typically happen, especially when they don't have the last stone advantage here. But they'll try their best here. Mark Harrison getting this final end underway. So they're going to try something a little bit unconventional just to try and get as many stones in play as possible. So they throw a corner guard. Typically you would do that when you have the last stone. But the thinking being that they can start to spread the stones out on the sheet a little bit rather than having them all focused in around the center. And as we've seen in the previous hand, the Chinese likely just to throw their stones away. It looks like they're going to try and play a tick shot. This first one, though. Oh, what a shot. Oh, unlucky for the Chinese lead. Just touches the foam bumper and goes out of play. That stayed in. That literally just didn't need to hit probably a millimetre less, and it was a perfect shot. So the free guard zone rule comes into effect. And that stone is replaced.
It was like right in line with that blue, the green part of the Paralympic. Yeah. Right there.
That rule really implemented about 30 years ago in the early 90s. There was a 4-stone free guard zone rule at that point, but implemented because when a team was going ahead in the game, then they were just hitting everything in sight and running the game home, and it wasn't much of a spectacle. So this free guard zone rule brought in to try and make the game a bit more exciting, giving the chances to the team with the last stone, trailing in the game, to build up some stones in play to try and make something happen.
Good job, Mark.
And actually, in recent years, the free guard zone rule changing from 4 stones to 5 stones. So previously, China would be able to play a takeout with this next one. No, actually still on lead stones here. So they're going to try this tick shot again here. It's not a takeout, they can't remove it, just trying to move it about a metre to the side towards the bumpers to try and get it into a useless position for Canada. Got pretty close with the first one. How's this one? Well, just drifts on by. Don't be too concerned about that, though. So Canada are going to have to start trying to pile stones into the house and hope for some major mistakes from China. Based on their performances so far, it looks highly unlikely. Just a reminder, Canada needing to score 4 here in this 8th end just to extend the game.
Nice weight. Shot down. Great spot.
Well, a nice draw, and good to get it all the way down into the back of the house as well, so that if they did have the opportunity to come around this guard again, they've got space to do something similar. China calling the takeout on that right-hand guard here. From Zhang Mingliang, obviously getting near the finish line here for China. And Zhang and Zhuo looking like they're going to secure their first ever Paralympic medal here. Guaranteed silver when you make the final.
Probably got one more corner,
Yeah, another guard.
So 14.5, 15.
Okay. So they're going to throw one more guard. Just directly in front of that first stone thrown by Dennis Thiessen. Canada playing a really good end here. Perfect placement on all four of their first stones of this end. But it's likely to be too little, too late from the Canadians. All throughout the match, actually, the Canadian front end have played extremely well. But when it's come down to the crunch, those key shots from the skips, it's just been all round better from Wang Haitao. So Mingliang trying to chip the guard, gets a piece and does enough to get it out. Cutting it a little bit fine there, but doing enough, getting the job done.
Probably here, right? 13.
Well, Canada don't really have too much option now but to start trying to bury stones in the house. They can't afford to keep throwing guards, so they're going to run themselves out of stones. Ina Forrest and Dennis Thiessen, a couple of the older players in the field. Ina Forrest 59 and Dennis Thiessen 60.
93.
This, their third and fourth Paralympic Games respectively. I wonder how many times we'll see them out here. Will they be here in 4 years' time in Milano Cortina 26?
What if your first one's a little slower? I 12.93.
It's a very young team, this Chinese side. The oldest player out on the ice, the second player, Zhang Mingliang, at 35 years old. Chen Yanxin makes the takeout. China inching towards the gold medal match here.
About another 5 feet. Okay.
So just 3 stones to come here from Canada, and they need to make them all count.
I like it.
Currently lying 1. They're going to have to draw into lie 2 here. Really just trying to freeze against throwing yellow stone here. It's got a long way to curl. Trying to draw right around the back of it. And It's going to be wide open, and I think there's going to be a takeout for the match here. Chen Yanxin just needs to get one of these Yellowstones out of the house. That yellow at the back there, wide open for the takeout. So to clinch a berth in the gold medal match here for China. Chen Yanxin going for the takeout, and he's glanced off the guard. Maybe some late drama here to come here in this gold medal match. He thought he'd got rid of one of them. Raised his arm in celebration, but curls, just chips off the guard and leaves it around as well. So Canada can use that. Look at this gust from Yan Zhuo in the background there. Looks like a timeout might have been called here by Canada.
Probably got to tap one behind this.
Yeah.
Hope they tick that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing is put it into there.
You know it's going to be a missile. He's going to hit that.
Yeah, it'll be
Just figured you wanted to come out and hang out. I'm not seeing much with it. Let's
put it in here.
Probably get another one buried somewhere.
Yeah, and then he'll throw a missile. We'll put it in there.
Yeah, you're going to need a miss, obviously, so 2 misses.
Well, I don't know if I can get 12. What do you think it has to be here?
You get buried underneath the guard if you want. That works.
Well, where were you seeing?
Like underneath the like this.
Yeah, right here.
Like here?
Yeah, right there. Yeah, that or just in here. I think you're giving him a wider target if you go here. So up here's our best option.
Okay.
Hot pot tonight?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I had 12-9 on Ines first.
Yeah. Something like that.
13?
Yeah, we'll just get it in the ring. 13, I think, is probably good.
So the Canadians just trying to get themselves a little bit more airtime in this semi-final, trying to stay in the Paralympics a little bit longer, perhaps. Still seems highly unlikely they're going to score the 4 that they need to extend this match, but it is still possible. They're going to try and draw one over behind the guard, I think. Needs to finish in the house here, John Thurston. Canada, of course, did beat China in the round robin on that very first day by a scoreline of 7-3. Very much looking like China are going to exact some revenge here and getting the W when it counts. So John Thurston needs to make the house here. Needs to make the house. Goes over curls and chips the guard, and I think that just sums up the game for John Thurston. It's been a shame that he has not been able to bring his best game in the most important game of the week. So it's China going to the gold medal match. The hosts and reigning Paralympic champions produce one of their best performances of the week at exactly the right moment and secure a famous victory over Canada. Canada still have plenty to play for. They'll go for the bronze medal game. And you can see Wang Haitao, even with his Paralympic gold medal 4 years ago, still has that thirst, that hunger to get another one here at home. What a performance from China. Yan Zhuo and Zhang Mingliang will go for their first Paralympic gold medal. Chen Yanxin and Wang Haitao going for their second. The Canadians still in good spirits, but will be disappointed to have a repeat of 4 years ago. They were blown away this time in quite different circumstances to 2018, when it was a terrific final shot that China played to win and go to the gold medal game.
真是太逗了。
The Chinese crowd clearly thrilled that their hometown heroes will go for gold here in Beijing 2022. What a performance here from China. Confirmed as the winners of the semi-final. Mickey Lismore there, the Canadian coach, congratulating the Chinese on a terrific performance. They really blew Canada away in the second half, coming out at the halftime break with a one-shot lead and scoring 3 and then 2 to put the game beyond doubt. Mark Idison clearly disappointed. But Canada won't want to go home empty-handed. They've medalled at every single Paralympic Games since the introduction of wheelchair curling back in 2006 in Torino. But it won't be gold for Canada. That's Kalinda Joseph, the Canadian alternate.
Everybody at home, miss you guys.
John Thurston, magnanimous in defeat as always. He'll be disappointed not to make it to the gold medal game on his first Paralympic appearance. So it's confirmed, the semi-final, People's Republic of China 9, Canada 5. China go to the gold medal game, and Canada will go to the bronze medal game. Slovakia against Sweden, the other semi-final. The winner going to the gold medal to play China, and the loser going to the bronze medal game to play Canada. Not much in the stats, but just down to some of those key shots. And it's Wang Haitao who delivered. A terrific performance by the Chinese. Not huge crowds here in the Ice Cube, but enough to create a terrific atmosphere at the National Aquatic Centre. What a fabulous performance from the People's Republic of China here in the semi-final. The hosts are going to the gold medal match. They absolutely dominated that semi-final. It was tight to start off, but they scored 3 in the third end. Canada came back at them, but in the second half, it was one-sided stuff. China imperious in their performance. Canada will go to the bronze medal game against Slovakia or Sweden, but with a 9-5 victory, it's China going for gold here in Beijing.